Okay, welcome to the channel, Asher. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you've been in the program for about 6 weeks now, and why don't you kick things off by introducing yourself, who you are, where you're from, and yeah, just like a little background.
Hi, my name is Asher Daniels. I'm from Ohio. I'm a freshman here at New College of Florida. I grew up playing indoor volleyball. Then about a year ago, I started really playing beach volleyball.
Awesome. So switched from the dark side to the light side.
Yes, it's so much better.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you played beach for a year in high school, and then you're a freshman this year.
Yes, yes.
And how long did you play indoor for before started beach?
Uh, I started in seventh grade, so around 6-ish years.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Awesome. So just as it relates to like you and I working together, like before we started working together, where were you at in your like training journey and what kind of challenges were you running into?
I was not confident at all in hand setting. I basically only platform set. I was having a really difficult time hitting and just getting on top of balls, kind of like the transfer from going from indoor to hitting in beach. It's very different, and my timing was not good, nor was I contacting the balls very well. So I was just struggling with a lot of aspects in the game. Defensively, I was pretty good, but then this hand setting and hitting were my biggest struggles.
Awesome. So what was kind of the moment you realized you needed like a little extra help or maybe like some guidance? I know you had like a club team, but maybe just like a little extra help, I guess.
It was about I realized when I was about a month out from coming here, I was like, okay, I have to lock in. Like I was really hoping by then the hand setting would be good, and then it was not clicking at all. Like I'd practice like 2 to 3 times a week, and I was trying to practice it, but I didn't even feel comfortable or confident enough to practice my hand setting in my practices back home. So it was just something that I was not very much working on, and I tried kind of breaking it down or trying different things, but it never really clicked or worked for me.
Okay, okay. So some like you kind of felt a little stuck maybe.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
so is that kind of the turning point for you, like where you were, and like maybe that's where you kind of decided to not keep going the way you were and instead kind of like jump into this?
Yes, exactly. When you texted in our group chat of like, "Hey, I'm doing this new thing," I was like, "Okay, this is the best opportunity ever. I gotta get on this." I like you texted, and I think I messaged back in like a matter of 10 minutes. I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, can I do this?" She's like, "Go for it." And I was like, "Okay," and then I was signed up right away because I realized like it was like this is such an amazing opportunity. Why would I not do it? And I was kind of in that in between place of like not knowing what next to do. And then you texted, and I was like, okay, this is the perfect opportunity.
Awesome, awesome. So a little bit before that, maybe like what was your motivation, for starting the training? What were you looking to get out of it?
I was mainly looking to just grow more confidently in my hand setting and also getting more comfortable with hitting and hitting in a beach court. I really wanted to get to a point where I was comfortable using my hands every now and again, maybe if I needed to, because I was only platform setting. So I really wanted to grow a little bit more confidence in my hand setting. That was my main goal.
Awesome, awesome. So I guess like a lot of people, hesitate maybe before making a change or before working with a new program, but was there something that stood out about me or the program enough for you to say yes and say you like really wanted to jump into it?
Well, I think just knowing you a little bit and what I knew about you before coming to the coach, I was like, okay, I mean, I know you guys are great coaches, that's why I'm coming here. And I knew about just some of the optimal learning theory stuff and how you guys approach things and how you approach things at a very different angle. And I was really excited to dive into that. So just kind of knowing your coaching style a little bit, I was like, okay, this seems like it's going to be great and maybe something to really help me break through this. So that was kind of my thought process going in.
Awesome, awesome. So a lot of people hesitate, but was there something that tipped the scales for you, to like jump into the program, or was it you were really just like itching for some kind of change and seeing that
Yeah.
message is kind of what tipped the scale for you.
I mean, you kind of know me a little bit more now as a person. I'm
Yeah.
kind of the person who's like, okay, let's try it. You might as well. What can hurt? Like you might as well try and go for it. And worst case worst, I just did a little extra training. There wasn't really that many negatives that I saw, so I was like, I might as well try it. I need to grow in this. I need to get better in this. And I knew you were an amazing coach, so I was like, what? This is an amazing opportunity. Be kind of dumb of me not to take you up on the offer, you know?
That's funny. So as far as like your experience goes, once you joined, what were some of the first few weeks like? So once you kind of made that decision.
The first week, I was like, it was a whole lot of new things, just trying to understand the coaching style, all the different drills, which were so good and so helpful. The first day I did it, it was very, very rough. I did not, it was raining outside, all the external factors, and then I was like going through it, and it just, I didn't have the right intention of like kind of the thing you talk about of like the point is to make mistakes, and that is
Mm.
the practices are for making mistakes, and I had more of the mindset in it of like, okay, I have to do this perfectly. So slowly, like with working through the program, you have helped me with that as well, like the mindset of it, of knowing that like it is okay to make mistakes. Like that's the purpose of this. If I'm not making mistakes, then I'm not going to get better either. So that definitely helped. But the first practice, I feel like I worked through all the like little rough
Yeah.
parts, but then after that, it was like every single time it was like night and day difference, just growing more confident. Each drill was getting a little bit better, and then we'd add something else that would make it a little bit harder. So I felt like I was constantly getting pushed um to grow my hand setting and to grow my hitting, but at a good pace. I feel like it was really, really at a perfect pace for me.
Cool. So you talked a little bit about like optimal learning theory and a little bit of mindset. Are there like any other principles in the program that you really liked or that like you've experienced like while doing it?
Hmm. I feel like those are kind of the big ones, or just the external things, like not, it's instead of going for, oh, I need to reach my hand up higher, oh, I need to do this with like internally with my body.
Mhm.
It's more of like, okay, the thing with the clock, instead of like trying to do thumb up, going, okay, let's hit on three on the ball as like a clock. That
Yeah.
was so helpful because it really is like, it's so changing knowing that like it's not necessarily just internally what I'm doing, but more of an external thing. And I feel like that I've grown a lot in that, and I really like that moving forward, because there's constantly going to be things that are changing in the game, and things in every single game. The win's different. All of it is different. So instead of focusing on doing everything with me perfectly and having to have me in a certain way, having to have my hands in a certain way, just more focusing on adapting to every single game has been so helpful and such like a new thing for me. And I'm so grateful that this program has taught me that, and that I'm getting to continue to take that with us throughout practices as well.
Nice. So working through some of that, the environmental stuff and then keep
Yes.
cues external. How about for like hand setting? Has there been any like anything specific in the program that helped a lot, like specifically?
The whole entire program. I mean, you know this better than anybody else. My setting, a complete night and day difference. Like I cannot, I can't even explain how much like this has helped. Like seriously, I went from like never ever using my hands setting to using my hands for setting almost every single ball, even if it's a difficult ball to get to, because I feel that much more confidence in it. And this is just in 6 weeks of going through the program too. It's something that I was trying to do for a year, and I couldn't really grasp. Like we broke through that together in 6 weeks of the program. So I think that shows like really how amazing this program is and what it can do for a player. Because it broke through something that 52 weeks couldn't. In six we did it, and I think just the whole entire program of the setting, all the things from the 1,000 sets and different drills that like really just broke it down to the fundamentals and really just taught me the difference between what I thought my sets were supposed to look like and how they were. And it there's every single one of the drills was so helpful, like genuinely all of them were so helpful, and you formed the plan in such a way that like really touched every single aspect of it. It broke down like to the fundamentals, but then it also going with the different tempos and things where I was getting to learn so much more all at once. So it was so helpful, like so beyond
Cool.
helpful.
Awesome. Well, thank
Mhm.
you. It's cool hearing, you're building the skills, in one way, and then you're seeing how they translate to the game as well.
Yes.
So that kind of brings me to my next point. How would you describe like kind of how the program works, or especially the communication and the feedback side of it?
Okay, it's I love how the program works. I think it is like formed in such a way where basically you have your plan, like you will send us our plan. We'll have that for the week or however long. You'll add notes into it to be descriptive so we can understand what it was.
Hmm.
Sometimes I didn't pay attention to the notes, so look at the notes because sometimes I didn't. And then basically you'll video a few different exercises or a few different drills, and then I'll send that to you. And then when we go over our Zoom call, then you'll pull up the film and then you'll be like, okay, this is this part. And then you'll give good feedback. If there was parts that I need to work on, you'd be like, okay, let's try this cue or things like that. But very encouraging, very helpful. And then sometimes you'd pull up other films from professionals or different things that got that really helped me visualize and see what I was supposed to be doing. But I think the filming aspect of it was so helpful for me because I never really knew what it looked like when I was doing things. Like sometimes I would think I'd take sets down to here when I'd keep them up here, or I would think I would be wiping when hitting, and in reality my hand would be up here. And it really kind of helps me hold myself accountable and see those things where it's like, okay, I need to focus on that a little bit more, or I lost focus in this way, so let's redo this next time and different things. So I really like the learning aspect of it. And then the Zoom meetings going over it with you has helped so much, and you really personalize the plans as well to each person. And like I know just working with some of the other girls, like different things that they're doing and seeing all the growth with them too. Like it's just I love the way it is set up and it has helped so much.
Awesome. Awesome. So the seeing the video feedback and then the communication was definitely something that made it easier and like kept it rolling and kept it
Yeah.
relevant. Awesome. Awesome. I know you touched on it a little bit, but what's been the biggest change you noticed in yourself since starting the program?
I mean, in setting is probably the biggest change, but also in my hitting, like with setting, like I said before, like a complete night and day difference. Like I I mean, you can go home, go to Ohio, you can ask my coaches. Like I know when I come back in December, they're gonna be like, what the heck happened? Because it was I couldn't do it. Like I'd sit there and I'd set a ball and I think I'd hold it for 3 years. And then I'd finally let go of it. And it was never clean. And it really like I now I can confidently and cleanly set balls like in game like situations where before I couldn't even set a ball that someone was throwing directly at me. And I didn't know how to set in a legal way then, and now I like know what a legal set looks like. And my sets, I mean, I might be a little biased, but they're pretty good. And it's because of the program completely. Like it's changed my game completely. Like I had no confidence whatsoever. Like I was always so worried with setting. I was like, "Oh my goodness, what am I going to do?" And now like I have more heights on my set. I can get them to where I want them to go, and I'm not lifting or holding anymore. And then with my hitting as well,
Mhm.
I've I it's been so helpful, I think, also with because before I had a shoulder injury because of the way I was hitting. It was not good, and also softball and things, but I I needed to like relearn how to hit in a correct way that wouldn't put as much pressure on my shoulder. And this has taught me how to do that as well. Helpful of the difference between wiping instead of how I'd hit is just go like this, which it's kind of dumb. Why did I do that? Who knows? But going down and actually getting power, like there's, I mean, you can ask the team. It's like it's been different too, even within practicing over the last 2 weeks of like really focusing on getting fully around the ball and getting on top of it. Like my success rate is so much higher. My confidence is higher in balls too. I'm swinging and like really, really swinging, getting on top of balls. When before it would be I just play placement or just focus on spots because I didn't feel confidently to actually get on top of and hit balls. Versus now I'm getting on top of and hitting balls regularly. So it's been both of them have been so so helpful for me, and I'm so grateful for this plan and this opportunity to do this with you because it's literally been like complete like life changing for my game, like completely life changing for my game. So like it's taken me from it was rough before, and now I'm feeling so much better and so much more confident too, like just knowing I can go on the court and that I can hand set a ball, that I can get on top of balls, that I don't have that sense of doubt or worry of like, oh my goodness, am I gonna double it? No, I just go for it because of the training that we've done and how much you've helped me. So it's been amazing.
That's awesome. I love hearing that. It's just and it's like I know you're talking about the program a lot, but a lot of it's you. I mean, you're the one going out there getting the reps. You're the one going out there like doing all the work. And so like that's like where I think the big like commendment needs to go is like you're putting in all this time. And what I think what's really cool is that you are putting in this time and you know you're starting to feel the results.
Yeah, yeah,
Sounds like if you
definitely.
compared yourself now to when you first joined, it sounds you know, very contrasting. So
Yes,
that's
yes,
awesome.
definitely. But I mean, you're the brains behind all of it. So I just go on the notes and follow the amazing plan that you make. So but it seriously has been like such a ginormous contrast. And like it just in knowing like all the skills and things, it's amazing. But like the mental part of it too has been so helpful, and like just going on the court and feeling confident in my hand setting and not feeling like, oh no, am I going to be the weak link here in the hand setting, or am I going to be this, or not having that like mental pressure anymore has been like so beyond helpful. And it's just I'm so thankful for this plan, and I'm so thankful for all of it and working with you. Like I cannot say enough good things.
Awesome. I feel like setting is one of those things where you're rarely rewarded when it's when things are good, but then when things are bad, it's bad, right? So
Yes,
like,
yes,
be so
yes,
much
definitely.
pressure and you know maybe a lack of confidence, but it sounds like from what you're saying, like your confidence is growing. Like you're starting
Yeah.
to feel like you're in the spotlight and you're more like support for your partner. So that's awesome. I love hearing.
Yes, it's definitely a good point with setting too. And that's how I felt every time getting on the court of like, oh no, am I gonna mess this up for my partner? Because I want to be able to give somebody a good ball so that they can do well with it. And now like knowing that like, okay, I can do this. I know how to do this. I've been taught how to do this. I've worked through this. And like just having that confidence is so, so amazing now.
Yeah, maybe like you could speak to the difference between setting people with platform setting and hand setting. Like, what have you felt like is the biggest difference?
Oh my goodness, I am so, so thankful I know how to handstand now because just the speed of the game too, and like we can run a quicker offense. I can be more precise with the placement, and like if I'm super tight to the net, like I can get on top of it. I can jump set, and like because I've always felt more comfortable in jump setting even in indoor, and now in beach, like being able to finally jump set, it's so so nice. Like and I feel like also it opens up things for options and just it completely unlocks a whole new part of the game that I didn't have before. And I'm so so beyond excited for it now that I have that new tool in my tool belt that I can use that. And I think even just as coming from like somebody who hits, like hitting off of a handset, it's nice because you can spread out the offense so much more. It's not like you're just an emergency pass or anything like that. Like you can really be tricky running back sets. Of course, you can back set a platform, but it's so much nicer to just be like easy. And so I think it just opens up a whole new part of the game as well. And it's been so great.
Cool. So, has it made hand setting a little bit more fun?
Oh my goodness, so much fun. Now I love it. I
Yeah.
love hand setting. I don't want to go back to platform, but I'm like, okay, that's a part of the game too that I have to have. But it's like all new and fresh and shiny to me. So I'm like, I don't want to stop doing this.
Cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. So a lot of athletes wonder, if online training is legit or if it's just hype. What would you say to that person?
It's so legit. I mean, with you, I can't speak for other programs, but for you, training with you, I mean, we've done everything online together. Like half of the or majority of the training was done while I was in Ohio still, or a
Mhm.
lot of it was. So, like, it helps just as much, if not, I think it brings a whole new aspect because it gives you that time to when you get done with practice, you're not having that instant feedback where it's overwhelmed. It gives you that time to sit back, you can look at the film, break it down, and really learn and talk about it. So I think that it's amazing, and that you'll of course learn so much. And I mean, for me, like that's all we've been is online, and it's been so helpful. So I think don't let that be a deterring factor or something that makes you question, because I've had just as much coaching from you online as I have in person. And I feel like we've really got to break things down online, because it's not just in the moment. Like you take your time, you look at it, you go over the film, you go over everything, and then we come together and we look at it and you bring up feedback and I talk to you about things. And so I feel like it is so hands-on and so helpful.
Cool, cool. So even though I'm not there in person, it's worked pretty well for you.
Yeah, worked great. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. So do you feel like having that guidance, structure, and the accountability has made the difference for you while you were like doing some of the training and like starting to grow your game?
Mhm. Yes, definitely. It's been so nice to have you and just little texts of like, "Hey, how's it going this week?" or things like this, where it's just like an encouraging reminder of like, "Okay, I have somebody here who's cheering me on through this, and I know it's gonna be good, and we're gonna get to go over this together." And it's encouraging too, hearing your feedback from not only an amazing coach but an amazing player. And just getting to learn things from you and how you play as well has been so helpful and so encouraging to have like a mentor too, and somebody who's been through it, and like you're still playing it, you're still doing all this amazing stuff. So it's so nice to like have somebody that you're close with to talk about your film, but to also learn and look up to you and be like, okay, he's doing all this amazing stuff and he's coaching me, so why can I not do that too? I mean, I'm not super tall and can jump 30 feet like you can, but I can still do good things too because you're teaching me how to do them. So it's been so nice. And you've been so helpful and encouraging through all of it. And holding us accountable too and holding me accountable has been so nice. But you do it in a manner that's judgmental or mean or anything. You do it in a manner that is encouraging and loving, and kind. And I think it's just it's set up in a way, and the way that you've set up the plan is for only success. Like I don't know how somebody could go through the plan and actually do it and not have success. So I think that it's I mean, I think everybody should do it with you, but I mean there's a lot of people in the world, but seriously, like if anybody has the opportunity to, like, there's going to be success and there's going to be growth no matter what level of play they're at.
I'm so grateful for you. Your
Mhm.
attitude is always so cool. I mean, just
Thank
like
you.
even saying all that is just like it's so awesome to hear. And I know you're the one putting in all that work, but it's awesome to hear, that I'm able to help and give you like that little bit of push and accountability that you were looking for at the beginning. So very, very, very cool, very humbling to hear that. I love it.
Well, I mean, you're the one who's helping with all of it. So I seriously, you've done your kindness and your humbleness is to say that I've done a lot of it, but it really is like you do so much, and you're so intentional with everything you do, and you're intentional, I mean, I know in your own life, but also in the way that you coach us, and every action. And that's something that I can really look up to and admire about you, and also want to take into my own life, and learning that like how being intentional with every single thing really matters. And it can it like it all works together. When I'm intentional in every single action, I'm gonna have better results. And when I'm intentional in my relationships, or when I'm intentional in anything in my life, like there's going to be so much. And I've really learned that from you, and just something that I see in your life in every single day.
Awesome. So some of the training starting to bleed over into your life a little bit, into some other stuff.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh,
I think
good takeaways and everything.
Yeah, I think that's something I've really learned from some of my mentors too, is, they're teaching me in one thing, but it really opens up and it's very holistic and you can apply it to so many different things. That's awesome.
Yes.
Um, so let's move towards more like the kind of like the practical details. How much time does each of your trainings take, and how many days per week were you going out?
My trainings probably took around an hour and a half. Um, I did setting and hitting both. And probably took an hour and a half. The setting I could probably get done in like 30-ish minutes, but then the hitting took a long time because I mean you're hitting, you gotta go shag balls, things like that. And then I did the plan like it was from two to like 3 or 4 times a week, depending on what my schedule is like.
Mhm.
And or I do like some I would do times a week and then a half where I do setting and just different things like that. So just being kind of adapting it around my schedule too. But even doing like I know the plans are meant to do 2 to 5 times a week, but even like with me, some days I could only do two for that week because traveling, moving, all this stuff. But even with like doing the bare minimum in it, like I've already had this much growth. So like the more I do the plan, the even better I'd get. So I think that it just is a testament to show how well your plan works, even though I was doing it not as much as I could have been, and I still had all of this growth.
That's awesome. Yeah, it just speaks to like the more you can do it, the better you can get, right? And
Exactly,
you sent me a
exactly.
video. You sent me a video of you at a travel stop while you're driving down to Florida from Ohio, and you're like getting your reps. You're like,
Yes,
I thought that was,
yes.
you're like, I can still do it. I got time. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Exactly. Every single gas station or every single stop, my parents they'd be like, "Okay, it's time to go set," and I was like, "Yes, it is." And I just sat there. I probably looked so silly, but there's people even at one of the stops we're at. They're like, "Oh, we want to join." I'm like, "Hey, join in. Why not?" So it was a lot of fun too. And hey, you taught me that too, of like you and Allie that you guys do that at your different stops, and I think that's like the best way too. Just getting out of the car, just working a little bit, setting some. I think it's so nice. So that was a lot of fun though.
Travel stop pepper. That's a good one. Keep that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
All right. So, who would you say this program is best for? Like, what kind of athlete would you say this is best for?
I mean, as long as you're an athlete that's dedicated and willing to work. I mean, it's not the plans are it's some good drills. It's a little bit of hard work, but it's not anything that where you're like, okay, this is way too difficult. Like you put it at a good difficulty for everybody. But I feel like, I mean, if you're a beginner, if you're in the middle, or if you're pro, like it can really help everybody. Like I don't think there's a person who wouldn't learn something or take away something from this. So I don't think that like it's too advanced for the beginners or it's too unadvanced for pros. Like I think anybody can really use your plan, and if they just apply themselves. But you also, that's the great thing about working with you, is you adapt the plan to each person. So when I would go and I'd be like, okay, this I'm getting to like this success rate, and then you'd be like, okay, let's move it or make it a little bit difficult, or I'd be struggling with something, you'd be like, okay, let's look at it this way, or let's do this. So you really adapt it to the person. So I think that's one of the best things about the plan, because anybody can do it. Like really, even if you're just sitting there and you want to go play a league with your friends, or if you're going to AVP next month, really can work for everybody. And I think that also is just a testament to your coaching, because you really have amazing skill and you have the ability to work with everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, trying to find that challenge level, that sweet spot. I really try to work towards that. So it's really cool
Yes.
feedback. Awesome. So on the flip side, who might not be a good fit for this program or a program like this?
I think just if you're closed-minded, and if you don't desire, if you are closed-minded and you don't desire to grow, then I feel like those are the things that you just you probably won't help, because there's a lot of things that we did in this thing that you kind of have to be a little open-minded to and just go for it. Like there's where we did the four-way setting where you'd set frontwards, backwards, sideways, sideways, and try to get the a different spin on the ball. Like even little things like that where it's just like just go for it and try it. So if you're closed-minded, then it's probably not the plan for you. But I think And then if you don't want to work hard or you don't want to get better, but I don't know why anybody would join the plan if they don't want to do that. So I feel like it really is for everybody as long as you have an open mind.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. So, we talked a lot about, where you're at, where you started. And so, what's next for you? Like, where do you see your training going from here with the skills that you have?
From here now, I feel like I still of course want to grow and studying as well. But now I felt like I had my defense a little bit more down before, and now that's something that I really want to work on too. But I think even breaking down the setting a little bit more and just continuing to grow confidence. Now I feel pretty confident in front setting, and now I've been getting in more into back setting. I'm like, okay, this is something new. So just like even working on the little things like that. And then with hitting, now I feel like I'm getting on top of balls a little bit more. And like you've really taught me how to do that. Now maybe working on more spots, and just working on opening up my tool belt even more and learning more skills. Um, so I feel like I'm just open to a whole lot and just growing in even like the little things now.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, you're on the right track. I mean, you're open-minded, you're growth-minded, and you're getting the reps in. So it's looking awesome. I mean, the video speaks for itself too, everything that you've done. So congrats. I think that's awesome. So changing gears a little bit, do you think online training is just a trend, or where do you see it heading in like the next 3 to 5 years?
I think it's only gonna grow more and more. I think, I mean, with everything in our world, of course, I think there's something for being hands-on, but I think that there's also something for meeting this, where, like I talked about before, like you really get to break things down more than I would in an in-person practice, and I think it's so helpful, especially with the one-on-one. And it's helped me grow a lot because I've had that. I mean, it's not hands-on because you're not there, but really it is hands-on learning with you, and seeing things. So I think that it's only gonna grow, and I see very few negatives to it and a lot of positives for it because it opens up to a whole new group of people. Like you can coach across the world where you can't do that in person, and I think it's an amazing opportunity and an amazing thing to do.
Totally. Awesome. Yeah, it's like if you're looking for a hand setting coach or an attacking coach, you kind of have to pick around your neighborhood, right? And see who you have. So, Ohio might have more or less coaches than maybe like Missouri or like
Yeah.
Florida or whatever, right? So,
Mhm.
maybe a little bit more access, like accessibility, like you're saying.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Cool. Well, again, thank you so much. So grateful for you to, hop on this call and obviously be a part of the program. But before we wrap up, is there anything else you want to share about your experience? Or, if someone watching is on the fence about doing the program, what would you want them to know?
Well, for one, thank you so much for the opportunity to do this, but do the plan. Do it. Like there's not one reason unless you just don't want to get better. If you don't want to get better, then don't do it because you're going to get better if you do the plan. If you seriously want to get better and you want to grow as a player, like this is the plan for you. Like this is the thing to do. And like working with Jam, he's not only an amazing coach, but he's an amazing person and you're going to learn so much. And I think it's just such an amazing thing, an amazing opportunity. So take it up and do the plan. And I cannot say enough. Like seriously, night and day difference with my playing. Like you can ask my friends, my teammates, like they know, my parents, like my confidence, it's completely different now. And because of this training. Like it seriously changed my play, and I'm so beyond grateful. But it's also helped with so many mental aspects as well. So do the plan. It is amazing, and jam is amazing as well.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I guess I didn't really ask, but do you feel like you're getting like more compliments while you're out there, or like more people kind of cheering for you, or?
Yes, especially Liv, who of course we played together in Ohio, and
Mhm.
she's seen like so much different with my setting. She's like, "Oh my goodness, like what has happened?" Like she can really attest to it because before I cannot tell you how many times her and I just set like we were just setting and setting and trying to work on it, and like it really like this plan has changed so much. But I've been getting way more confident compliments on my play and things like that, and even girls from when I came from recruiting visits, they're like, oh my goodness, like you've gotten so much better, and like a heavy part of it is because of this training. So like definitely other people have seen the differences as well.
Cool. That's awesome. I love hearing that. And again, that's all you. You're the one that's putting in the work, and I think sounds like it's paying off for you pretty well. So
You gotta take some credit too. You're doing some amazing work.
nope, it's all you guys. I'm in the background. It's all you guys doing the work. So super proud of you guys. But again, thank you so much. If you don't have anything else to say, then we can wrap it up.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I seriously am so thankful and grateful for this opportunity to work with you. Like, I cannot thank you much. Like, I can't because it's so, so beyond amazing and it's helped so much. So I'm so grateful, and so thankful to have you as a coach in my life and get to work with you and learn from you in every single aspect of your life. You truly are an amazing role model and an amazing mentor and such a good leader in everything that you do. So it's been amazing to work with you and get to know you over this, and now that I get to have you for the next lots of years too. So it's amazing. I'm so thankful.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for watching. And
Yes, thank you.
all right.
Bye.